Bollywood Fallout Fever, Spirit Deepika Padukone Exit Mode Part 1 Introduction. What a strange and dramatic time it is to be a film fan in India. We are no longer just waiting for exciting film announcements or path breaking actor director collaborations. Instead, the film industry is currently consumed by unceremonious walkouts, public spats, and creative fallouts that dominate headlines. In recent weeks, one of the most talked about debacles has been around the upcoming movie Spirit and the chaos surrounding the exit of one of Bollywood's biggest stars, Deepika Padukone. Before jumping into the intricacies of what really happened, let's clarify two critical points. First, we need to be aware of the timeline of events that has unfolded, which provides necessary context. Second, and most importantly, we must remember that everything we know is being selectively released into the public domain by the concerned parties. What we, the audience, are consuming is curated PR-friendly information. The reality may be far more complex and layered than what these glossy headlines suggest. So let's try and break things down. The announcement that started it all. When Spirit was first announced, it was met with considerable excitement. The project brought together a high-profile collaboration between superstar Prabhas and the now controversial but undeniably successful filmmaker Sandeep Reddy Vanga. Touted to be a pan-India project with Prabhas presumably playing a cop, the buzz was immediate. SEP, as Sandeep Reddy Vanga is often referred to, has an enviable track record. Whether you agree with the themes of his films or not, his ability to deliver massive hits is undeniable. For many in the industry, working with SEP right now means a shot at box office glory. Initially, in late April 2024, news broke that Deepika Padukone had signed on for King, another star-studded project. Barely a week later, reports emerged that she was also cast as the lead opposite Prabhas in Spirit. These back-to-back announcements were shocking but thrilling, showcasing how in demand the actress was despite being pregnant at the time. The first reports suggested that due to her pregnancy, the shooting schedule for Spirit had to be pushed. Once the new schedule was locked in, Deepika reportedly agreed to rejoin the project. At this point, things seemed to be going well. A collaboration between Prabhas and Deepika Padukone, especially after their appearance together in Kalki 2898 AD, seemed like a logical next step. The best written female role in Sep's filmography. One particularly interesting detail emerged in early May 2025. A PR article began circulating that emphasized the depth of the female lead's character in Spirit. It even went so far as to call it the most well-written female character in a Sandeep Reddy Vanga film. Now, that's a bold claim, especially considering the backlash SEP received for his previous film Animal, widely criticized for its portrayal of women. This statement seems suspiciously engineered. Why would any publication make such a subjective and unverifiable claim unless someone on the inside wanted it out there to soften the optics around the collaboration? Naturally, fans of Deepika, especially those who had criticized Animal, felt betrayed. For months, many of them had vocally condemned SEP's storytelling, labeling it misogynistic. And here was Deepika, a widely respected female star, signing on to work with the same man. The 14th May published the 20 crore bombshell. Then came the media blitz on 14th May. Multiple publications ran stories not only confirming Deepika's role but also revealing her staggering paycheck, reportedly Rs 20 crores. Some even claimed this figure was higher than what her husband Ranveer Singh was currently commanding per film. That unnecessary comparison aside, it was clear. This was not just a film collaboration, it was a statement-making career move. The exit, money, language, time. It was suddenly reported that Deepika Padukone had exited the project. And not just one article, dozens of them dropped within hours of each other. One outlet claimed she had placed unprofessional demands, others stated creative differences. But then came the bombshell breakdown. Sources claimed Deepika had demanded a fee hike to Rs 40 crores, refused to dub in Telugu, and insisted on an 8-hour workday. Let's break this down. 40 crore fee, whether or not the number is justified is up for debate, but one can't ignore the glaring double standard. Numerous male stars charge sky-high fees and aren't dragged through the mud for it. The quick replacement, Triptii Dimri, steps in. Barely had the ink dried on these reports when Spirit's team announced a new female lead, Triptii Dimri. This move sparked another round of controversy. Her casting was revealed along with her reported fees, just Rs 4 crores, and then almost too conveniently, new updates started leaking out about the project. Hera Pheri 3, chaos comebacks, and constant changes. Perhaps no film in recent memory has gone through as many starts, stops, and reshuffles as Hera Pheri 3. The original Hera Pheri 2000 and its sequel 2006 are widely regarded as cult classics. So naturally, a third installment has been eagerly awaited for years. However, the road to Hera Pheri 3 has been anything but smooth. First, there was a major uproar when it was revealed that Kartik Aaryan would be replacing Akshay Kumar as Raju, the beloved character from the original series. This sparked outrage among fans who couldn't imagine the franchise without the original trio of Akshay, Sunil Shetty, and Parish Rawal. The backlash was so intense that Akshay eventually returned to the project, but not without public drama and damage control. In short, the fans are confused, the team keeps changing, and the vision for Hera Pheri 3 seems to shift every few months. If and when the film eventually releases, one can only hope it captures even a fraction of the original magic. Ranveer Singh Rava, a stalled dream project. Ranveer Singh is known for his high energy performances and bold choices. So when reports emerged that he was in talks to headline a high budget mythological film titled Rava, fans were excited. The film was pitched as a grand visual spectacle rooted in Indian mythology but with a modern treatment. However, despite initial buzz, the film quietly faded from public conversation. What happened? Insiders suggest that the project was a victim of excessive ambition. While the idea was solid, the scale required massive pre-production, VFX planning, and financial backing. Budget concerns, scheduling conflicts, and possibly even creative disagreements stalled progress. By early 2024, the project was shelved indefinitely. Sunny Deol's legal troubles, a star in hot water. Sunny Deol's resurgence with Gadar 2 was one of 2023's biggest comeback stories. Riding high on its massive box office success, Deol found himself back in the A-list circle, but his victory lap was short-lived. In 2024, Sunny was hit with a barrage of legal cases, some dating back years. The most high-profile among them involved financial disputes related to film distribution and unpaid loans. In one case, a non-bailable warrant was briefly issued against him, creating headlines nationwide. Sara Ali Khan's debut, a role she never got. Sara Ali Khan made her official debut in Kangana Ranaut 2018, but few know that she was originally cast in Karan Johar's Student of the Year 2. Photos of her screen test, even her costume trials, exist online. The announcement seemed certain. Sarah would star opposite Tiger Shroff in the glossy high school drama. Aishwarya Rai's unmade masterpiece, Heroine. Madhur Bhandarkar's Heroine 2012 eventually starred Kareena Kapoor Khan in the lead, but it was originally conceived with Aishwarya Rai Bachchan in mind. In fact, the film was announced with Aishwarya, posters were shot, and pre-production was underway. But weeks into filming, everything came crashing down. Priyanka Chopra Bharat exit before entry. In 2018, Priyanka Chopra was set to make her big Bollywood comeback after a stint in Hollywood with Ali Abbas Zafar's Bharat, co-starring Salman Khan. The film was a big deal. But days before shooting began, Priyanka exited the project, citing her engagement and upcoming marriage to Nick Jonas. The reaction? Salman Khan was reportedly furious. He made several passive-aggressive comments in interviews, hinting that her priorities had shifted and questioning her professionalism. Eventually, Katrina Kaif stepped in as the replacement and the film went ahead. Kangana Ranaut Manikarnika, a takeover at on set. No discussion of Bollywood fallouts would be complete without Kangana Ranaut. The 2019 film Manikarnika, The Queen of Jhansi, was supposed to be a landmark moment, India's first big-budget female-led historical epic. But what happened behind the scenes was more dramatic than the film itself. Director Krish Jagalamudi, known for his work in Telugu cinema, was originally helming the film. But midway through the shoot, creative differences arose between him and Kangana. According to Krish, he was abruptly removed from the project and Kangana took over the direction herself. Conclusion: a culture of chaos? What do all these stories have in common? They're more than just isolated incidents. They reflect a larger issue within the Hindi film industry, a lack of professionalism, poor project planning, and a culture of egos taking precedence over collaboration. Whether it's scheduling conflicts, financial disputes, or creative clashes, these fallouts show that even the most promising films can go off the rails when egos and agendas get in the way. In today's hyper-connected digital age, nothing stays private for long. Every casting change becomes a headline. Every disagreement gets dissected by fans and critics.